Today, we're going to be spending a lot of time and a little bit of money to make my setup worthy of Setup Wars. Setup Wars is a series that is hosted by Edgar on his YouTube channel, Tech Source, and I've been a huge fan of it for the last 600 episodes or whatever it's been on, and I've always wanted to submit my setup to it, but I've subconsciously felt that it's not worthy of it, it's just not there. So I took a leap of faith and I wanted to make this video for you guys. I wanted to show you my steps that I'm going to be taking to submit my setup to Setup Wars. There's tons of stuff that needs to be done, in my opinion, to make my setup worthy of that. So we're going to be buying some things, we're going to be modifying some things, and we're going to be taking some final pictures of my setup to be submitted to Setup Wars, and hopefully it will make it to an episode. It'll probably be a while before it's on an episode, and imagine getting a seal of approval. I mean, that would be like something. So I spent some time on my phone. I made a plan of what I want my setup to look like at the final stage, just drawing some sketches on my iPad on a piece of paper and just writing down what products do I need, what should I upgrade, what should I not upgrade, what should I spend money on and not spend money on. Note, some of these products that you're going to be seeing in this video were sent to me to review, and I just integrated them into this video because I wanted to put them in my setup and I thought they would make my setup. So this video is going to be split into multiple steps, and step number one is buying items.
And the first thing that I did, I actually went on Amazon.com and bought a few things that I knew I needed for the upgrade. The first thing is I have this marble vinyl wrapping paper that I wanted to apply on my desk. The second thing that I actually bought is more of those hexagons that you see behind me in this shot. They come around $30, they come in a pack of 12, and I really like the way they look. And the last thing that I bought is actually double-sided tape. I've been using this double-sided tape to put everything on my wall so I don't have to drill things through. And the last thing that I bought was actually this used monitor from Facebook Marketplace. It's a 1440p 34-inch 144Hz 1ms for $200 used. I drove down and tested it. Everything worked perfectly, no dead spots, so I picked it up for $200.
Alright guys, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I've been thinking about this video for the last 2.5 weeks. And I've actually bought a lot of these products already that I was just talking about. The marble vinyl wrapping just arrived on my doorstep actually 5 minutes before I started filming this video right here. And I've already got all the products that I need to make this happen. So now we're just got to start making it happen. So let the process begin of redoing my gaming setup for Setup Wars.
Alright guys, first thing, take everything off of the desk and look how horrible the cable management was behind my PC. And then after I took everything off the desk, I got the marble wrapping paper and the knife to cut the wrapping paper. I gotta say, wrapping my desk took way longer than I expected it to be, and I hated it, but in the end it was well worth it. I even redid this section twice because it kept having bubbles in it, which was my mistake, obviously, because I didn't know what I was doing. But after I did my main gaming section, I ended up doing also my work section as well, which in the end the final result was super well worth it. I thought it was going to look tacky, but honestly I think it looked pretty clean and made my desk look very nice. And then the next thing that we moved on to is removing all my old monitors and removing everything on the walls, like the lights and everything. And then I installed the new monitor up. I wanted to see how it would look like because it's the centerpiece of my new setup. I didn't realize how big 34-inch is, but it's massive, obviously. And then I moved my 4K monitor that was on top to the side in a vertical way. And then after figuring out the new layout for the monitor, then I put my Govee Glide above the monitor at a 90-degree angle. And then I actually brought my PC over and put it, and my gosh, my PC looks massive on my desk. The next thing that I installed is this RGB neon rope from Govee. They sent this out to us for free, which is awesome, and it works with Google and Alexa. And honestly, in the beginning I was worried it's gonna look spotty, but it did not look spotty at all. The lighting was super clean. I ended up doing one design on the wall, but it kind of looked messy, so I hated it. I ended up redoing it and just doing a square all around my wall, and the final result looked pretty nice. The next upgrade was this really nice boom arm from Gator Frameworks. This boom arm is super nice, and it comes with its own XLR cable. I ended up installing it right between the monitors. I felt like that was the best spot for it, and I'm actually using it right now to record this voiceover. After a lot of work and a lot of cable management, it looked really nice. The next upgrade is actually one of my favorite, and it's these MR4 speakers from Edifier. They were sent to us. They're white speakers. Honestly, I love these speakers so much. They're one of my favorite new piece in my setup. And now we're gonna move to the hardest part of this whole upgrade, which involves 64 feet of RGB and 1-inch spacers. What we're gonna do, actually put these spacers behind the hexagons and put the RGB behind the hexagons and make this new design around my current one. So I put double-sided tape on these spacers and put them on the back of the hexagon. And honestly, I just swung the design and started putting them up, and I was like, okay, this looks nice. And then I started putting the RGB up, but as soon as I started putting the RGB strip up, I realized that it's going to be super spotty, and that kind of bummed me out because I realized I'm going to have to keep going with the RGB strip until it looks nice and soft. So I just kept going. I think I spent like 30 minutes putting this RGB strip up. 64 feet of RGB is a lot of RGB, and you can start to see that the RGB started looking much cleaner and nicer. I ended up having some extra RGB strips, so I put it under my work setup, and here are the final results. And obviously there was one thing left to do, which is email Daddy Edgar about my setup and send him all the pictures and everything that we did. So I ended up writing an email to him. Actually, never mind. I just uploaded and went through the normal process for how you submit your setup to Setup Wars, which is pretty easy. You just upload the files and tell them, hey, these are my specs and these are everything in my setup. Here we go. And that was about it. We submitted our setup to Setup Wars.
All right, boys. Well, this is it. This is the end of the video. I've been working on this video for over a month and a half. I am so happy that it's done because I swear I'm not gonna redo my setup again. Well, okay, that's a lie. I'm not gonna redo my setup in the next 3 months. I'm not gonna do any upgrades. I'm exhausted. I spent so much time redoing stuff. Again, I hope you see my setup soon on Setup Wars, and I hope that Edgar likes it, and I know I like it. I'm happy with the results and what it looks like right now. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a different kind of video that I've never done before, but I'm trying to aim for better quality videos than just quantity, because I don't want to just provide to you guys product reviews. I want to provide more than that. I want to show more of my personality, my setup personality, and stuff that I like and enjoy doing too, not just product reviews. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.